Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello. My name is Kristen Maddens, Executive District Manager with Arbonne International, and I'm coming to you today to share a little bit about why asset income matters. And I'm just going to be giving some examples and some tidbits and some food for thought for you to ask yourself some good questions and to understand the difference between wage distribution and profit distribution. And so I'm going to be asking you a few questions repetitively because I really want it to come back to your brain so that you will take a serious look at where you are. What is it costing you today, where you are? And, they don't teach us this kind of stuff. They don't teach us how to create wealth in school. They teach us about math, right? And that's great. You can learn about math, and you can maybe now try to figure out compounding interest in your taxes and stuff like that. But this is about basically most people are working 40 years of their life, working 40 hours or plus a week, and then they retire at 40% of their salary. I mean, isn't that what we're taught? Isn't that what we are grown up to learn and to feel like that's what we're just destined to have to do in order to make ends meet and to make our lives whole? So, and I know it's different now with millennials and the lost generation and with social media and all that, but that's what's so important and what I want to talk about is bridging the gap from the corporate versus this new era of network marketing and social marketing and what is possible with how the income, how the wage versus profit distribution is so different. And so a little bit about me, I grew up with that mindset. I grew up with a family constantly, a blue collar family, constantly pushing time for money, trading time for money, and never having enough at the end of the month to make ends meet. And so I saw my parents struggling, always exhausted, always gone working hours, never getting the precious time available to spend with us kids. And that was something that grew my character and always made me want to have more, want to find something that I didn't have to work three jobs the rest of my life in order to have leverage and to make sure that my family won't have to deal with the same situation because time is so precious. And so I want to share that degree or no degree, that question again, what is it costing you to not have an asset income? And I had to start initially kind of by saying, I went to college and grad school, and when I found this company, I really was skeptical and didn't understand how the compensation worked. I was intrigued, but I was still very negative and skeptical toward it because I was trained with that mindset of go to school, work hard, get a degree, work, get the good salary, but always I wanted something more. And so I still had to let go of my ego. And I love that people often say to us in Arbonne, that's just not my jam. I'm not into that. Well, it was never any of our jams. And I'm quoting Priscilla Bocara. This talk I'm sharing with you, I was given by the beautiful Priscilla Bocara. She put this together for us so that we could share it with others. And I love when she said that. She said, I had to let go of my ego, but I personally had to do the same thing when I first started this company. I found it when I was 21, and I wasn't ready to build a business because I didn't understand how it worked. And so, we always say that to people. It was never any of our jam because it wasn't. But if you could just see what we see, let us paint the vision for you and help you to understand how different the compensation is and how beautiful and how wonderful that it can be for you and your family. So I like to put this to you. If you're saying things like, I don't have time or I don't have money, then it's already costing you. End of story. And so a degree tells you something about the person. And this equates to me in my life too. It tells you that there are qualifiers for that person, certain qualifications And you cannot compare a career salary to network marketing. So this talk will be a paradigm shift and mind-opening for most people, and it's just not comparable. It's like apples to oranges. And what really is going on here is when we talk about the people with the degrees and how they just can't see the vision, it's usually equating to a huge identity that's attached to that hard work and investment and debt that they have gained from working so hard at this thing that they've, built their life toward, like doctors and lawyers, and in my case, a professional industrial hygienist, work in toxicology. I had to put a lot of energy and time and effort into getting to that identity. And so when I looked at this business, I thought, oh, that's beneath me. I'm not going to sell lipstick. And I really just took it off the table because I didn't let someone explain to me what was there for me. And it was so much more than just a few products that you see on the cover of a catalog. And if you're the person that has too much ego to take 20 minutes to really look seriously at what this offers, I just want to say to you, number one, business has no gender. And I like to point out the fact that Victoria's Secret, this huge, successful company, when you think about it, it's all women's products basically, and underwear and bras and did you guys know a man owns that company? So I like to always plant that seed that when you're looking at something and people think, oh, it's selling XYZ product. And for me, I just brought up lipstick because that was the first thing I was kind of prefaced with, like, oh, we sell skincare products. Not to mention 450 other products that I had no idea about. But anyway, this is just about exchanging and focusing on your preferences versus your priorities and living life on your own terms. And because I've spent all this time in money, why would I give all that up? And that's what people are thinking when they're like in that corporate professional salary, VPs or CEOs of big companies, etc. They're thinking, why would they give it up? But you're not giving up anything in this industry, but you're exchanging and you're being able to do it even better and on your own terms and having more choices to live with your preferences over your priorities and living life on your own terms. And so, exchanging and making more choices, you're not giving up anything. It just gets better. And so I want to give an example of a stay-at-home mom because this is another like little shift here. There's a friend of ours, stay-at-home mom, has a bunch of kids, and she chose to do that because that was on her heart. She wanted to stay at home with her kids, but she didn't have any qualifications or degrees because she chose to do the mom thing first and let her husband go and do the schooling and the degrees and all that. But what if something should happen to her husband? She would have no plan B, no plan for impact, no way to earn income without any of that schooling. And she needed a way to be able to have something on the side. And she thought, well, what else could she possibly do to earn that corporate salary or the significant six-figure type salary income? And so the option is here. This is the solution for families. And I like to even bring up like nurses and doctors because this is about preference and between being something who you are because of your training, investments, time, and money, and living in balance with, your values on your own terms. And so the question is do you own your life or does it own you? And I like to say that each scenario brings something to the forefront here is that either the corporate person usually is earning all this amazing income, but they have no time, they have no freedom, they have no leverage. And then you have the person that's staying home with the freedom, but they have no choice because they don't have the income, the extra additional income to support doing anything fun when they're at home with all this time freedom. And so, again, do you own your life or does it own you? And so we know there are 4 pillars of success in any business, in any category. And here's what they are. There's emotional, financial, behavioral, spiritual, and then mindset success. So do you really understand and align with that company or business? Like if you're choosing something that whatever it is that you do or choose to do you really align with that? Are you on fire about it? Are you passionate about it? And do you believe in the product, or wherever you're working currently? Do you believe in what the product is? Say the product is an end service too. It could be a product like tangible, or it could be a service. And do you believe in the industry that you're a part of? And do you believe in yourself? And so I like to think of teachers too. They don't like the constraints, but they love the kids. So what are the roadblocks for you? What is it that you think that we do? I love asking that too, because so many people assume what this is before they take 20 minutes to just really ask some good questions and get the answers of what it is this can bring to your life. So it's really like an invisible business, and that's why people are very, they just don't get it. And this isn't a brick and mortar type business. So this is, and like we talk about grit, paid to get it done, So salary is based on skills or qualifications when there's a degree needed. And this model is completely unlike that. So do you have a say what you get paid in your salary range currently? I would think you don't. When you work for someone else, do you feel you are getting paid your worth? And it's sad. It's society that rewards us in different ways. And so how much longer do you want someone else in charge of what you earn? And what are the things you can't do because that salary dictates your schedule and your priorities? Okay, so back to the 40-40-40 topic. Working 40 years of your life at a job for someone else, another CEO, 40 plus, usually it's 60 to 80 hours a week when your salary, your base income versus your lifestyle income. And then we've got e-commerce, but no leverage. There was a CEO of her own business using e-commerce, but she didn't have support. And she actually was making this $30,000 a month, which is a great number. But the question is if she had all these qualifications and degrees and she was being her own e-commerce business owner, why wasn't she making more? And why couldn't do more, and she wasn't scalable as a solo entrepreneur? She needed help and the tools and the time. And she didn't have the structure like a mothership or network marketing business like the industry that I'm a part of can offer. And she didn't have a marketing department, ethics department, the digital media tools. All that is given to us in what we do. And so what is your ultimate lifestyle goal, and what is your base profit? I like to paint this vision, debts paid, breathing room, cash in the bank. What's your number? Is it $20,000 a month? To be responsible, to pay off your house, charity work, be comfortable? What's the gap? That's how much it's costing you. Do you have 10 minutes a day or 10 hours a week? Do you have a little bit of time within all the things that you do? And how much life are you not living because of your current circumstances? So this is really where we're going to go next, is talk about wage versus profit distribution. Most get paid by time. So even if a salary, it's broken down to an hourly, or if you're an actor, for example, you would get paid by contract, which eventually equates to time. So you're still trading time for money. You maybe get paid by season. So unless you're getting royalties on ads or something, you're not getting asset income. And so that basically equates to zero leverage. When you're trading time for money, you're getting zero leverage because you have to do everything yourself. If you have to do, you don't have leverage. And so profit distribution is an exchange. So we've got products, goods, and services here. And the tools, we've got a website in 6 countries, 6 currencies, 5 languages. I love to say, I don't speak your language, but my website does. So I think a profit-based on a percentage based on an exchange. So that is what we're offering here. This is something to offer people around health and well-being and income. It is such a gift. This is not time for money. This is leverage. This is exchanging a product, a good, a service, a business opportunity, and being able to earn a percentage based on an exchange. And you're getting paid commission. You're getting paid a percentage on, this is earning power working for you. So say I have 10 friends a part of my business doing exactly what I do, and I'm getting that earning power based on if I work 10 hours a week and they work 10 hours a week, and say there's 5 of them, I'm getting 50 hours of earning power plus my 10. That's over 60 hours of earning power because I'm getting paid a percentage, and that is leverage. So this is just something to offer people. The quality problem is you'll look good and keep buying, and I love that. Or the next topic is the freedom multiplier, because there's a great book by Tim Ferriss, and it's called The 4-Hour Work Week. And based on the amount of W's in your life, what you earn is up to you based on this freedom multiplier. So whoever owns the most W's in their life is winning. Okay, if you're working 80 plus hours a week and maybe you're making a killing and amazing amount of income, the person that's staying home making maybe $30,000 a year in a salary, but has a ton more time freedom than you, I'm sorry, but they're winning because they have more choices than you do. And so we didn't give up something. The people in the industry that work for this profit distribution, we didn't give up anything. We made an exchange to build this, and you earn as you learn. And how much do you need to be paid residually? $8,000 a month. Let's just give that as an example. Maybe you have an advanced degree and you make 6 figures a year, but how much would an average person with how this compensation plan works be able to build up this $8,000 a month? So you'd need about 10 million in the bank per this financier's example, which is not likely possible for most people. Priscilla Bucara cited there was some financial experts that did this calculation, and I don't know what the calculation was, but we can get that information. And basically they said it equated to needing 10 million in the bank cash in order to get paid residually $8,000 a month. Well, I'm here to tell you something different. There's a different opportunity. I mean, this could be possible working 12 months or 72 months or 5 years on average, that you could be making $8,000 a month residually in this industry. And so here's what I know and I've seen is possible. And I love talking about how Priscilla, she will share with you her double digit, triple digits in the first year that she was able to earn. And also a gal in the industry named, I won't give names actually, but she's 23 years old in the $1 Million Club, under 4 years, averaging over $48,000 to $50,000 a month. And she did this in under 4 years. And so I just like to say, do a time check exercise, So find if this can be a fit for you, if you're willing to take a venture and jump in on this with us. It's smart, and it can be the change to fuel your life to equate to getting your dreams. So I just wanted to share a little bit, paint a vision for you guys, and just talk about how the average person just has no way to earn a significant chunk of a very atypical salary when they don't own their life. They don't own the W's, the when, the what, the why, the where they want to live their life and how. So if you're sitting there thinking to yourself today, I'd really like some more information on how to get started and to get some more research about how this works, please reach out to myself or whoever invited you to this call, and we would love to share with you a little bit more. You guys have a great night, and thank you so much for checking this call out, and I hope you have a blessed year. Bye-bye.